Hey everyone! If you watched my first Midnight Desk Diaries video, you know that I'm a bit of a night owl and I have a lot of energy in the evening. So tonight I'm going to be taking you along for some coding and gaming and a little bit of keyboard customization. The keyboard that I use is the Epomaker and Aula F75. I've had it for about a year and I still love it. It's a really good sounding keyboard just right out of the box, especially for the price point. I've changed the keycaps on this a few times, and the ones that I'm currently using are by Wormier. I'll link everything in the description below if you're curious. They're a clear frosted keycap, which I like because I can just totally change up the look of the keyboard by customizing the RGB. And I do that using Aula's software, which is what I'm going to be doing now. You can download the software directly from Aula's site. Their software does seem to vary depending on the product, so make sure that you choose the right download for your keyboard. The keyboard has preset RGB patterns, but if you do use the app, you can choose your own colors and layout, which is what I like to do. I'm kind of going for a pastel green, yellow, and pink look, and I have noticed that the keyboard lighting isn't always true to color from the color picker in the app, so you have to kind of play around with it a bit to get the shade that you're looking for. I've been experimenting using GitHub Copilot in the VS Code IDE as a free way to brush up on my coding skills. And I featured this in the first video in this series that I made, but I've learned a few things since then just from playing around with it that improved the process, so I wanted to share that with you. I think this could be a great way for someone to learn to code if they don't have the resources or want to pay for a course. I start by asking Copilot to create me a singular lesson plan with step-by-step instructions, and then I give it some parameters like the coding language and topic I want to focus on. I'm still working with Python, and this time I wanted to practice leveraging an API call to fetch data, so I included this in my prompt, as well as just some additional information like about how long I want to spend on the project and what my skill level is so that it knows what level of instruction to give me. Make sure that you turn off automatic code completions, otherwise I think it's too easy and not very helpful for this specific purpose. If you want the lesson to be easier or more challenging, you can revise your prompt until the lesson plan is what you're looking for. Right now I'm trying to just refresh my skills on syntax and best practices, so having a sample of code is helpful for me, but if you are at a more intermediate stage, you can just ask for high-level tasks instead. When you use the integration in the IDE like this, Copilot can read your code files, so this is kind of like an interactive tutor environment. So when I'm reading through the code suggestion and I see something that I'm not familiar with, I ask for an explanation. I do think that this is a really important step to actually making this a learning experience.